Hey guys, Autumn here, and today we are going to be doing a 3-marker challenge. Now, as one of my Christmas presents, although it was a little bit late, I received the A and B sets of the COPIC Chow markers, as well as this brand new light over here that is casting a blinding amount of light on these markers. So that means I have almost all of the COPIC Chow markers now, minus I think like 30 of them? Something like that, but this is 144 markers just in here alone. There are a couple markers that I am not including in this challenge. There are duplicates that I have, and then there are 4 cool gray markers that I'm not including simply because they don't fit. So what I'm going to do is, out of the markers that I have here, I am going to pick 3. I'm going to close my eyes and mix it around. And then I'm going to be coloring in this piece of art that I lined. It's something simple, and I just really like the design. I'll probably do a video on this where I actually color it the colors that I want to, but for our 3-marker challenge and one of the first challenges of the year, I decided to do something that is kind of just cool and sassy. Alright, so I am going to close my eyes and pick 3 markers out of here. I'm going to mix them around first so I don't know where the marker containers are. So my eyes are closed. Okay, so now I have no idea which set is which or where either set really starts or ends, but we're gonna go for it. I'm going to hope that I do not pull one of the colorless blenders, because if I do, I will just pull again. Thinking this marker, and this one. Alright. So I didn't pull one. We have E49, which is dark bark, Y15 cadmium yellow, and YG67 moss. So a good, ooh, you guys can't see that, sorry. A good mixture of colors. This one seems to be the darkest tone, which is nice. And our cadmium yellow is a mid-tone, and this moss is possibly another mid-tone color. Not entirely sure, but we'll see. I'm going to swatch these out and get into the coloring process. So I'm not entirely sure how well these colors are going to work, but I am going to figure it out. So the green and the yellow and the green and the brown seem to mix fairly well. It's the brown and the yellow that cause more of an issue. They kind of feather into each other and kind of leave speckly bits, but they don't acquire a different color so much. I suppose I could also try layering them, which I haven't thought of. See what that gives us. That looks sort of interesting. It's lighter, which I suppose could work for something. Let me try the green and the yellow like that as well. Less effective, more so kind of just turns it more yellow. So I am going to get into coloring this piece and we'll see how it goes. Hey guys, VoiceOver Autumn here, and I just wanted to talk about a couple things while you guys watch me work on this piece. So I mentioned, I don't know if it's after this point or before this point, but I mentioned that I wanted to color this piece differently. And I also sort of mentioned that I'm not entirely happy with the way that the coloring turned out, but I mentioned that I wanted to record a video on it, and I am sorry to say, but I tried to record that video as well, to have that go up in a few weeks, or next week, or something, and I lost the footage for that. So as a consolation, I include a comparison of the 2 pieces, this one and the final, more clean version, colored the way that I wanted it to be colored, at the end of this video. It's just where I would normally show the final piece off with the purple background that I normally have, but I did want to talk about the coloring differences on each of these pieces. So for the one that you guys are watching me do now, my 3-marker challenge version of this piece, the yellow, the brown, and the green posed very, very difficult for me to be able to color this piece well with. But I think that the texture of the brown and the hair turned out really nicely, and that's something I actually included in the more final version that was colored the way I wanted it to. When I colored this originally, I didn't have any plans in coloring it a specific way, so that's why it was delegated to 3-marker challenge piece. And I recently started watching a show called Lucifer on Netflix, and the final clean illustration that I did that's shown at the end of the video turned out looking a lot like a character named Maze or Mazikeen in the show. So the final piece is called Maze, but it's different in the fact that her eyes are not the correct color, and it's definitely not something Maze would wear. But that is kind of what the coloring on the other version of this picture looks like. Funny enough though, when I was coloring in this version, I was watching the show Lucifer, and it was not something I was really taking inspiration from. It was just kind of on in the background while I was coloring. And I happen to think that that may have influenced the way that the final piece turned out and caused it to be more of a piece that looks like fan art, at least to me, than anything else. So that's all I really wanted to talk about. I just wanted to address the fact that I will not actually be doing a video of me coloring in the final version of this piece, but that I did do it and wanted to include it in the end card, or not the end card, the display screen, I guess we can call it. Voiceover Autumn is going to hop out now and let live action Autumn take over again. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next one. Alright, so now we have finished our piece. I've gone in and embellished with white gel pen for more highlights on her hair to give it just a little bit more depth on her eyes, and then gold for her earrings, and I did the same along her collar line. This is something I wanted to do in like the normal colored piece that I wanted, but I think it looks good in this case. For her hair, I used the brown marker, the dark bark, and I used the brush strokes to create more highlight areas just naturally within the marker. I used the tip-to-tip method for this side of her hair over here. I used the yellow and the brown to take it from this brown into the yellow, more blonde color. I used the same thing here for shadows along her collar, and I did the tips of her hair with a slight green to them. I used the yellow to give her like a faux blush and use it for her lips as well. And the eyes are a mixture of all 3 colors with brown, then the green, then another mixture of green, and then the yellow on top of that. The shadows I used the colorless blender for. I used that as well to clean up her teeth, or at least try to, but the yellow does not want to come up. And to lighten the cheeks and the nose, and the shadows just to make them softer and not so vibrant and easier to see against the rest of the white. It is not my favorite piece that I've done as 3-marker challenges go, but I don't think it came out poorly. So thank you guys so much for watching. If there is a specific challenge you'd like to see me do, such as the 2-color watercolor challenge, 3-color watercolor challenge, 2-marker challenge, 1-marker challenge, let me know in the comments, and I hope you guys had a my English is fantastic today. I hope you guys had a spectacular New Year's, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye everyone!
Hey guys, if you like this video, be sure to check out another one over there, and if you want to see the full playlist for this series, check out over here. Thank you for watching, and subscribe if you like, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye everyone!